Good morning, I'm Lynn and welcome to another day at Ewetopia Farms. Just walking in here and these two are up. Arnie's gonna get her trimmed and dewormed and these guys are gonna go out and join this fun crowd here. We have the little guy. He's actually staggering around the pen a little bit. So we're gonna give him some more antibiotics and see if he'll take a bottle today. Because if he takes a bottle, he'll start to learn the sucking thing. Of course, she has to stand right in front of him. But as you can see, he is up on his feet. There, you see? He's up. Now Arnie got him up and one of his back legs is really sore. I don't know if because she really wanted him to stand up. So she's been pawing at him a lot. There, he's laying down. At least he knows he can go under there for safety. But maybe a little better. We're keeping our fingers crossed. I'm in with the little guy. He's like, his legs are all knuckled up. So he has some kind of joint ill and lung infection. He's really kind of a mess. But I got him standing up again. I just finished tubing him. But when I started him off, I brought a bottle with me. And he actually did attempt to drink some of it on his own. Just a little bit. He took a few sucks. So that is definitely an improvement. And so I just finished him off with the tube so that he could have enough milk. And we'll see how he progresses today. But sometimes it's just really little steps. And she wants him up. But unfortunately, when she nuzzles him sometimes, she knocks him over by mistake. Because he's not that strong, but every time we come in here, we do set him up on his legs because that will help get his strength up. And I see he's definitely more steady than he was. So these guys, you can see they're hopping around the pen. And I just finished now. I just gave this little guy some more anti-inflammatory and some more antibiotics. So he's done for the day, except he's got 2 more feedings we have to give him throughout the day. And he's just got to start to bounce back. Now, if you listen carefully, at the window here where we have the ram pen, now it stops. But I can hear Monty there because Monty has the most distinctive bah of all the rams. He sounds like a big... There he goes. You hear that? That's Monty. You always know who it is when you hear that. Monty? Monty. What's with that funny voice? Hi, you don't have a funny voice. No, you don't, but Monty sure does. Hi, handsome. Hi. How you doing? Hi, you guys. Where's Monty? I could hear him, but I don't see him. Hey, buds. So Arnie's trimming her hooves right now. The lambs are waiting for her at the gate. We can't weigh them because our little bag broke the other day, but they're similar in size to the other ones, as you could see. The boy is definitely bigger than the girl, but they're good-sized lambs, even the smaller girl. She done? Hey, Mommy. I'm gonna pull the... There. They're not that way. They're not that way. She's still really uptight. First timer. Come on, Mom. Come on. She can hear them, but she doesn't know where they are. She's so nervous. Come on, sweetheart. Just lift her head.
Sorry. Come on.
There she is. She'll find them now because the laneway, it leaves no alternative on where to go. She sees them. Go on, it's okay. There they are. There they are. It's okay. You are such a nervous mommy, but you're okay. There. You can go out. There you go. See, you guys, it's not that bad. They all have their own personalities. Oh, she went and woke up the bigger ones, and they think it's time to nurse. That's not your mom, is it? See the size difference? And that's only like, I think, a week. Fast growers. The other moms are eating hay right now in this pen. So she's got her lambs with her, but all the other lambs that have been in there a while know she's a new ewe, and she's got new lambs, so they're all coming over to visit her. But she'll calm down and be much happier in here when, because Suffolks are flock animals. Well, sheep are flock animals, and they are much more calm and happy in a group setting. Just finished cleaning the drinkers in the back of the barn, and these are her lambs right now, 5 minutes later. See how happy they are to be in the bigger pen? She's not going to eat with the others yet because she's still nervous, because now she's got to watch her lambs in a big area. Oh, and as I turn around, here's my buddy again. Hey, Ferdinand. Scotty there with you? Ferdinand. It's fun looking in here, isn't it? Putting some straw in so this group of moms and lambs gets to come out for a little while. So these guys are just going to stay out while we do the straw, because very shortly we're going to be drying these ewes up, so we don't want these ewes out on pasture yet. They have to be dried up, and filling them up with lush grass is not the way to do that. But right now they're just getting out of the way so they can have a run and play, which is always something they like. But we are going to let some more out today, so keep on watching, because there's again going to be a few more changes happening today. And that mom's in there having a good old time too. It's just back and forth, back and forth. Okay, so these guys are all fed. One of the rams jumped over into this group, so we're gonna have to get him out, but he's a younger ram, and he's a Suffolk, so it's not a problem. But the gates at the very back there are open on both sides, so these guys are free to go out today. Right now they want to eat first, and then they'll head out. The ewes in here aren't happy because Arnie's feeding them first cut hay now. And this first cut hay is not very nice. It looks like straw to me, so they're extremely upset. However, we're going to pull down this wall and blend these two groups together now. Later on, we are going to pull some Suffolks out here, some Suffolk grades that have been sold to someone else, but until we have all the Suffolk weaned, we're not going to pull out any Suffolks. So right now we're considering this pen as all the culls are removed from here. Everybody's in good shape. This is the group that's basically staying here. So while the grass is nice and lush, these guys are going to have a treat today. And because the fields are lush, they can get indigestion and bloat from eating it. So when they come back in, they'll be very happy with this hay at that point. Because it's coarse, they will eat it and it will kind of absorb all that lush stuff and the water and the moisture, and they won't be as likely to get bloat. But here they are joining. We got the whites and the blacks together again. Arnie has been told not to do things until I get there with the camera, but he's opened the gate already. So as you can imagine, it was quite a stampede and they're all out. So, and these guys are smart, you see. There's a gate there. They haven't been out here this year at all, but they all know that there's a gate there. So they're all gathered by the gate. I'm gonna go inside the field and we can watch them run out onto the fields. The fields are the perfect length for them right now. It's still a bit damp in here, but this field is really big, so they shouldn't mess up the field any. And as you can see, some of the ram lambs have made it out to the pasture too. The ones that were eating in the other barn. Oh, and there's a gate up here that Arnie's got to close too. So we're gonna probably go for a walk to the end of this pasture. And this was seeded down to be a pasture, so it's a good mix of grasses and legumes. And these dandelions are actually extremely good for sheep. They're high in nutrients and they're gonna love them. Plus the bees like them. Come on, sheepies! There, they've discovered the door.
Come on, Ben, Max, come on.
There goes Chewy.
There's nothing in here.
Because they're excited, before they stop and graze, they'll have a little romp around the field a bit. Arnie's heading over to the back over there because there is a gate open, so he's got to close that gate. And then the far paddocks the ewes and lambs have all come out into their paddocks too. And on the other side there, that's where we have the mums and lambs. They're gonna go in shortly. Arnie will be bringing them in. We don't want any of them to jump over into this group by mistake. That would be a nightmare trying to get them out. Hi, you guys. Hi. These guys, see, we're breeding for those proper ears on the Suffolks. They should be hanging down with a little curl on the tip of the ear. They should not be sticking out or sticking up and close to their head. They should be long, floppy, curled up, called a bell ear. That's called a perfect head on a Suffolk. We try to keep all our registered sheep to breed type. So if you're looking for Suffolks, registered ones, be sure to look for things like that, because I think it's important in keeping the breed looking the way they're supposed to. Otherwise, you're going to dilute it so that the proper heads will eventually disappear, and you don't want that, because it is something that most people notice first about the Suffolks, the beautiful heads and the beautiful ears. is the dog's favorite time too, because they think they can really play sheepdog right now. Gonna just walk these guys back, because it's a really low gate at the back there, just dividing the runway. These guys will be let out soon enough, and we do let them out for their little fun times. But there's a reason we keep our groups separated, because they're all at various stages of development, and they have to stay that way until they're all on the same plane, I guess. One of them is way back there. There she goes. She noticed she was on her own. They don't want to be away from the group, but sometimes they're not paying attention. Coyotes are watching for those ones that don't pay attention. We always leave the gate to the pasture open and the gate to the barn open, so that they can, when they're done, when it's too hot, when they're full, when they're thirsty, they can go back in the barn, lie down, chew their cud, get a drink, maybe eat some dry hay to ease their stomach a bit if they're feeling a little full from this stuff. And then they are free to go back out again later on in the day. But at nighttime, we do come in and lock all the gates. Because although coyotes are active all day long, they are most active at dawn and dusk and into the night. Coyotes are animals that want to do their hunting by stealth, so broad daylight is not conducive to that. Some of them ran through the gate back to the barn just behind me. So when the group sees a bunch running in, they think something's up, so they all start running. Flock mentality. Hi girls! What do you think about being out here? Pretty nice, isn't it? Hi! These are our purebred Dorsets, and you can see that they look a little more like Dorsets than the crosses did. Broader noses, little bulkier body. Hi! They don't notice me till the last minute. Hi there, how you doing? Hi, you're looking really nice. Well, one pet cross still here. Chewy's in here somewhere too. I saw her earlier. So that's the 2 lamb paddocks way back there that are out now. This middle barn, this is the next group that we've opened up the gates, so they're free to leave. This is the fall ewe lambs. They're the only ones in this barn that are free to go out as well. The mums and the little lambs are still nursing, and we want to dry the mums up, so they are not coming out to pasture yet. And usually we have these girls going up this runway, but we've closed it off because we don't want them going back and maybe getting in with those ewes, so it's locked off. And Arnie's opening this gate to the big pasture. Come on, you guys, look what we have for you. Come on, not that way, not that way, not that way. Okay, I think they finally discovered it. You two, look, follow the group. Group behavior, please. Everything is a learning process. These guys want to come out again, but they were just out this morning. And actually the lambs we let into this paddock each day as well. So the only sheep that are not going out right now are the moms that are nursing. But their lambs actually are allowed out. What's Max doing? What's Max doing?
Come on. Come on, buddy. Come on.
This is his favorite job.
Back, come on. Sit down. Sit down.
The neighbors back there have been asking when we're going to let the sheep out because they have a sunroom that overlooks our pastures, and they like to watch the sheep in the fields. So they'll be happy to see them out there.
You got your way today, huh?
That's right, I got my way. My
You
way.
always do.
Oh, I mean, look at how long that grass is. If you wait any longer, it gets wasted.
It's all about Lynn.
Why would you waste it? On this side, these are the ewes we're gonna try dry off because these lambs are gonna be weaned probably next week. And so these mums have to get dry. They were the ones running around out there already this morning, and they're at the feeder now. But this group only has a few mums in. So Arnie says because this little paddock's getting a little bit of grass, we're going to let them out for a few days maybe to get some extra grass. Arnie thinks a week, but I'm thinking these guys will have it chewed down in a few days. And once it's chewed down quite a bit, we'll lock the ewes back in again and let only the lambs out. But for now, we don't want it to overgrow. So we're going to let this whole pen out. People were asking about Thelma and Louise. These two here are Thelma and Louise. That's their mom. We don't normally let ewes and lambs out together because usually ewes will pass parasites onto their lambs, but it's only for a few days, so there shouldn't be any opportunity for passing of parasites. But these are the youngest group, so they're not going to get weaned yet. These are the last of the lamb groups. So they'd be March. There's Thelma and Louise. Now all the lambs have always been coming out here. We rotate them. We let the February lamb group out one day and the March lambs out the other. But at this age they aren't grazing a lot. It's more they come out here for playing. So this pasture's got a lot of grass for the ewes. Just gives them a little treat today. And you can see the Dorset ewe lambs in the background in their paddock. So every barn is free to go out today. These lambs have seen the other group over here. So those white lambs there, they have to figure out where that alleyway is back to the barn that they just went up. Once they figure it out, they'll have no problem. They'll know where it is every time. But right now, my guess is they don't remember which way they came in here, so they'll have to find it, and they will. If not, we'll be chasing them in tonight. Oh my God, Arnie's coming with the swing. I hope he doesn't break it with the skid steer. Okay, so we got the swing set up over here. It shouldn't blow over because it's not in a direct line of the wind. And from this angle over here, not only can we see that we're from Canada, we are able to get an angle of this whole paddock. So from here we can see the barns into the barnyard there. We got our burning pit here. Lambs are all playing. You have to watch out when you only have a small gate there, so the big worry is when they're running that the ewes in the gateway will run over lambs. Because as we know, ewes, when they're having fun or eating, aren't paying too much attention to what's going on around them. Here comes Thelma and Louise's mom with one of them, either Thelma or Louise. And he's back with the Dorset ewe lambs, trying to get them to go farther into the pasture, because what the sheep tend to do is they graze right at the pasture openings, and they graze it to dirt and ignore the lush grass farther out. So again, it's learning to move away. And these guys are coming back out again.
That's her two lambs?
Yeah, that's Thelma and Louise with their mom.
One teat.
Yeah. But I'm feeding, Thelma takes the bottle now.
That's from the two twin Surya.
Yep. But you see, look, they're the white group. How many white ones are in that pen? I think it's just them. And they hang around together. We're on the swing here. And it didn't take long for Ben to figure out that this was a good spot to watch the sheep.
Bitch.
Thelma and Louise, what are you up to? Hi, you guys.
Why do you have to go to the boot house?
I don't know. It's something sitting in the middle of the field, so they gotta check it out. Suffolks have come back out. Couldn't stand that the white ones were out here and they weren't. Arnie just got back from checking on the little guy and giving him his afternoon bottle. And what happened?
He drank extremely good, sucking on the bottle, but he only drank half his meal. So I'm thinking I'm going to wait for a couple hours and try to give him another half a meal.
Sure.
And try to, instead of tubing him.
Yeah.
I'm thinking the tubing is probably irritating his throat.
Yeah. Well, that's a really good sign, because this morning he took like a few sips, but he left the majority, so I tubed the rest. But yeah, probably now keep trying on the bottle.
But we don't want to talk about him because it could jinx it.
Well,
So don't talk about him yet.
no, I said he's still. But I mean, every day it's been progress.
Just like Arnie, everyday progress.
Because it's always about you.
No, it's just improving, right? Because I have so much to improve, Lynn says.
Well, the sun's starting to go down, so we're going to call that a day. Hope you enjoyed your time at Ewetopia Farms. If you did, give us a like and send a comment, and be sure to join us again tomorrow for the next episode at Ewetopia Farms. Bye for now.